Mega Man 19, Saviour of Mainframe City. Chapter 4, Call of the Heart. Rocky stood in the back room of the event center. He had returned to the real world. He sprinted out of the room and then out of the building entirely. The city of Blessington seemed rather quiet. It was late. If you had to guess, it was close to 9 p.m, but something felt off. When he looked around, there was no sign of a battle. No monster, no rangers, nothing. Especially no Ruby. He had to find her. He needed to see if she was okay. On his left wrist was where the gauntlet had been in his Mega Man form. Now sat a sleek blue watch. It looked like an iWatch, but far more advanced than anything he'd ever seen. Okay, what is this? Nope, never mind. I need to find Ruby, Rocky muttered. Then he shook his head. Command expected, the watch responded in a calm female voice. Locating human known as Ruby Rollers, the watch said. What the hell? Rocky yelped, staring at his wrist in disbelief. Ruby Rollers located. She's at her home address, the watch said. Rocky took off running, heading for Ruby's house. Rocky knocked on the door. More like pounded on it. His heart raced with every second that passed. After what felt like years, the door finally opened. Rocky! Ruby cried out, her eyes wide with relief as she threw her arms around him in a tight hug. Before he could return the embrace, a voice chimed sharply from the watch on his wrist. Main body under attack, activating shock-based force field, the watch said. A soft hum buzzed from the watch and a faint blue shimmer pulsed between Rocky and Ruby. She yelped as the static jolt pushed her gently back. Ow! What was that? She asked, stepping back in surprise. Rocky stared at the watch, eyes wide. I don't know. It must be some kind of auto-defense from the gauntlet's tech. I didn't activate it, Rocky said. The force field flickered, then vanished with a soft click. What's a gauntlet? Ruby rubbed her arms and gave him a wary look. She ushered Rocky into the house, concern still written all over her face. It might be a long story, Rocky gave her an awkward smile. He walked in, dropped onto the couch with a heavy flop and his shoulders sagging. What happened to you after the expo? We were all running for cover when the monster attacked, and then when I looked, you were just gone, Ruby asked as she sat beside him. I found myself in one of the back rooms. There was this weird gauntlet thing. It was amazing, beautiful piece of tech. Maybe the beautiful piece of tech I've ever seen, Rocky sighed. Ruby shot him a look. Other than you, obviously, but when I touched it, I was transported into a virtual world? He added quickly, grinning sheepishly. He paused, his eyes distant as he tried to explain the surreal experience. It wasn't just some simulation either. It felt real. Ruby, it was like another dimension made of coding and light, and they called me something else there. They called me Mega Man, he explained. Mega Man, Ruby said, testing the name out on her tongue. Yep, I met beings that were actual programs. Their mayor's name was Bob, Rocky replied. Bob? You're joking, right? Ruby asked, raising an eyebrow. Not at all. I had to fight some evil programs, and after I beat them, I gained their powers, Rocky explained, leaning back on the couch. Oh, you did you? And you did all this alone? Ruby smirked. No, I had help from my robotic partner, a dog named Rush, Rocky said, shaking his head. Ruby stared at him for a moment, then leaned forward with a playful smile. Hun, do you think maybe, just maybe, you hit your head while you're running and dreamed all of this? She asked. No, I don't. How do I explain this? He snapped. Rocky held up his left wrist. It's an AI watch. They're very normal, Ruby said, thick sarcasm dripping from her tone. Rocky jumped to his feet, anger built inside of him. I battled my ass off to find a way back to you, and this is how you treat me? He snapped. Babe, it's just so hard to believe, Ruby said, her voice soft but unsure. I don't know how to show you, how to make you see, Rocky muttered, pacing around. Command accepted, the watch chimed in its calm female voice. Locating computer gateway, it chimed. Suddenly, Ruby's laptop, sitting idle on the coffee table, snapped open and powered on all by itself. A swirl of light erupted from the screen as strange symbols danced across it. Portal opening, transporting two humans into digital domain, the watch continued. What is that? Ruby shouted, her eyes wide. Before either of them could move, a flash of light enveloped the room, and in an instant they vanished from Ruby's living room.